All right, what a win for the Utah Jazz this night against the Indiana Pacers for their fourth in a row. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. What an impressive win for the Utah Jazz. They go into this game. It's the third game in 4 nights. Utah, they looked tired this entire game. Their legs were gone. It's a morning game on the third game in 4 nights, and they find a way to win minus Mike Conley. I can't tell you how impressive this win is for the Utah Jazz because normally this is a game the Jazz lose. Looks like the chat is working, guys. I can actually see it. Shout out to Ferb Jr. last game with the donation. Thank you, Furby. That's what I'm going to call you because that's what I think of when I see your name. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I missed it last time. The chat was blank. The chat before, it was interesting. So thank you, Furby. It wasn't because anything. Just thank you. Anyways, back to this. Impressive win for the Utah Jazz. You've got to give there's 2 people you've got to give most of the credit to. It's Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. We'll talk about both of them, but before we'll talk about the Pacers a little bit. They're an impressive team. This is a well-coached team. They play really good defense. It's interesting when you see these teams that play 2 power forward center combos like this, like the Pacers have. It's actually kind of similar to me in a way with what the Jazz did when they had Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors a few years ago starting every game. You're going to tend to have better defense that way, and that was kind of what we saw from the Pacers tonight. Offensively, I don't know if it's quite as fluid as what the Pacers want, and they might be looking at changing kind of like the Jazz did, but it's not a quick and easy fix. Miles Turner is a nice player, and I know that him and Sabonis, it's not the best fit. On defense, it's great, and that's something you can't forget. When you have those guys on the floor, your defense is going to be better because you can't teach size, and you can't teach size with athleticism like they have. And so that's going to always put them in position to stop the ball and get stops around the rim and just make it difficult on opposing offenses. On offense, it's going to be difficult. And we saw what happened with Utah with Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert when they traded Derek Favors away. It wasn't a quick fix to just have this insane offense and defense. Some of that was chemistry, and that's probably a video for another day. But it took the Jazz a year before they kind of figured things out. And, maybe Miles Turner would like to be a backup center or something like that, or Sabonis. But Sabonis is probably the better player. It's pretty obvious he's the better player. So I don't know what they do. But they're an interesting team. They play defense. I love Malcolm Brogdon. He's fantastic. And you know what? It's going to be really, really fun when they get guys, I forgot his name. From Brooklyn. I can't remember his name. They found something in his body when he got injured or when he got traded. And I can't remember. Guys, let me know in the chat. What's his name? That got traded to the Pacers. Before that, Jorge, you are amazing. Jorge Arizaga. Mexican pesos. We take pesos up in here. Great. Number 1 team. Number 1 show. That's right. Karis LeVert. Thank you, chat. Assist from the chat from Captain Rex and Raul Diaz. When Karis LeVert comes to this Indiana Pacers team, you might be fine without the issues that you have with Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis, because then you've got that shooting around the perimeter. Jeremy Lamb's a nice offensive player. He can do some nice things. And then if you've got those 2 guys doing defense, everyone with the assists, Karis LeVert, thank you. You've got a nice component there, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them, go a round or 2, or maybe even surprise people go to the Eastern Conference Finals, because Karis LeVert is a bucket getter, and he will get them buckets in the playoffs. So I really like this team. They're fun. They're a good defensive team. It's the makings of a really nice Eastern Conference team. So for years to come, I like the Pacers. Very kind of Jazz-esque in just how it's a small market, play good defense. They draft well, they make good trades, things like that. They can't really get free agents, but they draft well and they trade well. So very Jazz-esque in that way. For the Utah, you've got to really give credit to 2 players. You had, Jordan Clarkson came in and got some buckets, but his shot wasn't quite there tonight. 36% from the field, 3 for 10 from 3. That's just tired legs, and you could just kind of see that. And Bojan Bogdanovic, 3 for 8 from 3, 37%. How many players in the league would love to shoot 37% from 3? And that for Bogey is just like an okay night. That just tells you how good a shooter he is and what they do. But tonight, both, Clarkson and Bogey, average game, not like elite games. And you needed something from Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert to get over the fact that you're missing Mike Conley, who's been arguably the best player on the Jazz, or at least obviously one of their top 3. And Donovan Mitchell comes up huge. DW, 199, you're the man, DW. I appreciate it. Utah Jazz going all the way. Let's go. I'm starting to believe it, DW. I'm starting to believe it myself. We're all starting to believe a little bit. You and Jorge. All right, let's see. So, Donovan Mitchell comes out in this game. He scored. Well, let's talk about Rudy Gobert first. Rudy Gobert in this game, 7 for 9 from the field. That right there is a big sign. That you've got to be happy with that, because the percentages from Gobert this year have been lower. And to have Gobert go 7 for 9 against Sabonis and Miles Turner being one of those being mentioned in Defensive Player of the Year conversations, that's big time stuff. And that's him making the passes out. I don't know if we've talked about this, and I probably should do a video about it. But one of the things that Rudy Gobert's doing this year that he wasn't doing last year, his shots have gone down, but that's a good thing. And the reason why is Rudy Gobert is passing the ball out to three-point shooters. Tonight he had one of those plays where he kind of got the ball and took a bad shot in the key, and it's just like every time we do that, it's not a good shot. And so every time Rudy Gobert passes out from a pick and roll that gets blown up, it's a big-time thing. And that's creating like more 3-point shots. If Rudy Gobert creates 3 to 6 points, creates 1 or 2 3-pointers a game by him passing the ball out of a broken up pick and roll because opposing teams are dropping their bigs, that's even better than a missed shot. That's what the Jazz are this year, is 3-point shooting. But Rudy Gobert tonight, I believe 16 and 16, 3 blocks. The Pacers only scored 95 points in the game. Multiple times Domantas Sabonis tried to go head to head with Rudy in the post, and it was like, good luck. You're going to have a hard time. Sabonis just doesn't have the size to overcome Gobert. There's some players that do and can get kind of a hook shot out over Rudy. Sabonis is not one of them. And so every time he was going at Rudy, it was stopped. And Rudy with the 3 blocks was just controlling the paint, detonating every shot going to the rim. Rudy Gobert is elite, guys. Elite, elite, elite. And he just needs to be appreciated more for what his defense is. Defense is 50% of the game. Just so we're clear. And then tonight, 7 for 9, 16 points. That's super efficiency. The free throw shooting wasn't good, but you'll take the efficiency from the floor. Finally, Donovan Mitchell. That's right, Donovan Mitchell. 9 for 25 from the field, 36% from the field. Not great, but he's the focal point. He was the guy all night. So you have their defense focused on him. So that's not great, but 4 for 9 from 3, 44%. He went 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Getting those free throws is so huge. And so at least tonight, Donovan gets 5 free throws. That's kind of hit or miss with Donovan. It seemed a little bit this year that going to the line is something he needs to do more of. And I don't know if he'll ever be elite free throw shooter, but if he can get 5 free throws a game, that's nice, because that's 5 easy points, because he's such a good free throw shooter, and that's just an easy way to manufacture points. But then 9 rebounds and 11 assists. Man, I wanted him to get that triple-double, and you could tell he wanted it too. So close. If someone could have just let it bounce and let Donovan get the ball, please. Can we get him a Westbrook triple-double, guys? Come on, somebody... I don't know. I want Donovan to get that praise, because he was amazing tonight. 9 rebounds, 11 assists. He should have had more assists, to be honest. In the first half, if you go watch that game again, watch how many times Donovan drives to the hoop and kicks out to an open 3-point shooter like Bogdanovich, then who end up missing the shot. I swear Donovan has more assist opportunities fall through because players don't hit shots from 3. It drives me crazy. But Donovan is slinging the ball. His playmaking is underrated, and tonight was a great reminder just how good Donovan Mitchell is at just a playmaker. And I think we'll just end with this, guys, talking about Donovan. At what point has Donovan not stepped up in his career? When has Donovan not stepped up when you've needed him to and outperformed expectations? Every single year he's done it. Whether it was his rookie year against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and going, winning in the first round. Or last year in Denver, where Mike Conley misses the first 2 games. Donovan drops 50 points in the first one and drops an insane amount in the second game with an incredible assist amount. And tonight, and just another example, third game in 4 nights. A morning game, Sunday. Dead legs. No time to practice, no prep, no Mike Conley. Scores 11 assists, gets the win. That's big stuff. That is superstar stuff. That is like Jordan-esque. That you can go in and say, I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. And that's what Donovan did tonight. And it's impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. You need to appreciate Donovan Mitchell. You need to appreciate Rudy Gobert, because the Nationals won't. They aren't watching this stuff. But you guys who are in the chat and watching this show, and watching the Jazz, you guys are appreciating it. I hope you are. This is the stuff that makes guys win playoff games, and we're seeing it right now, and it's the reason this is a special season for the Utah Jazz. They're going to win a lot of games. Hopefully Mike Conley can come back. It's very soon, hopefully. But you want that. You want him to be healthy. Hopefully he can get some rest and get back, because with Mike Conley, this team is world beaters. And honestly, I'm excited to watch them play the Lakers. I want Mike Conley back for that game. I don't even care if we have the #1 record in the league. I want to beat the Lakers, guys. I'm hyped for the Lakers. I hope you're hyped too. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all the chat people. We're going live here soon with the things. I just got to record a few videos. I've been lazy. I've been wanting to watch, things like the Jazz and the Super Bowl, and I've got SLC Dunk. By the way, go to slcdunk.com. Make sure that you're reading that site and all the articles. I wrote a recap for it today. Go read the recap. That'd be great. I would appreciate it. Guys, that's all I got to say. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications when we go live. I will talk to you later.